the defending national champions, the Trojan Guard.
My dog.
Hi, your name is?
Juanita Boo from Chesterton, Indiana.
Juanita, what do you do?
I work on the uniforms.
Oh, are you a band parent?
Yes, my son plays trombone.
Trombone player, and how long has he been playing the band?
Since 8th grade. He's going to be a senior.
Oh, so he's been around a long time.
Yes.
Do you travel with the band a lot?
Yes, every time they go.
Oh, very good. How far is Chesterton from here about?
13 hours.
13 hours on the buses?
Yes.
Did you come on the bus?
We came on the buses.
Okay, how many parents are with you?
We brought a full fan bus of parents, plus we have 4 chaperones for each bus.
About how many parents do you think?
Maybe 150 to 200 parents are here.
Oh, fantastic.
We have quite a following.
Did you leave any parents behind?
A few. Not too many.
What do you think they're going to miss?
Oh, they're going to miss the time of their life. This is the ultimate.
Why is that? How do you feel about that?
When the kids won last year, it was just a fantastic feeling, and you was just proud as could be of the children.
Oh, that's right. These are the Grand National Champions, aren't they?
Right, they're the reigning champions. They're coming back to defend their title tonight.
Well, did you get a chance to see the band's performance?
Yes, we did.
And what did you think?
Oh, well, we're prejudiced. We thought they were super.
I noticed you got a walkie-talkie in your hand. What exactly is your job with the band?
I'm head chaperone.
That's a real important job, isn't it?
I think so, yes.
Why?
It gives a chance to be with the kids all the time, see what they're doing, and it gives us a chance as a group to be with them, and we feel very important to them.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
How'd it go?
It went good.
What you feeling right now?
Very good.
Guys, get this one done for me.
I'll get this. A violin player in a marching band?
Yeah.
Tell me all about it.
Well, I play violin, and I'm in the marching band, so they said, well, why don't we put a violin solo in?
What was your first reaction when Mr. Castronova said, we're going to use a violin this year?
I probably smiled, but I was surprised, and it's lots of fun.
How was it to play it inside today compared to the outside acoustics?
It's a lot different because you can hear yourself better. You can hear everything's louder, and it echoed, and it's like it filled the whole stadium.
Were you happy with your show?
I was happy with the show. It's better than it's been in a long time.
That's great. Best of luck.
Thank you.
I noticed you carrying all sorts of equipment, and there's a bunch of fathers just like yourself. How important is that, do you feel, to your kids to take that kind of an active part and offer that support?
Well, I think it's very important. I think that if the kids are going to be willing to go out and practice 2 nights a week and on Saturdays and put the time and effort forward, then I think we ought to be willing to help them do their best. If they want to do their best, we can't do that for them, but we can certainly help them do their best. So we take care of the necessary things that have to be taken care of, and they don't have to worry about that. They can concentrate on what they're supposed to be doing.
You know what, you had a large contingent of band parents here and boosters and townspeople.
Yeah.
When you're on the sidelines and the band is doing their show, what kinds of things were running through your mind?
Well, I was down in front with the equipment. You pretty well get to know the show and the kids and know where they want to be at what time. You're really shaking. You're trying to do it with them, as a matter of fact. You're watching them and counting the beat and saying, be there, you know. We probably get worked up more than they do once they're on the field, and they're not nervous anymore. We are.
Thanks a lot. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
What you feeling after the prelims, Al?
Feel real good. Kids did a super job. I was pleased with them.
I was up talking with your wife right before your show went on. She was just biting her nails right down to the quick. What kind of role does she have with the Chesterton Band and Al Castronova?
One of patience. I'm a very difficult man to live with during marching season, but she's done it for 24 years, so she's a good woman. She takes care of me, calms me down. I've gotten mellower in my old age, but I used to be a real fireball when I was a little bit younger and starting out. But she's a real steadying influence on the family, and of course all our children have been part of the Guard, so she's been following all along.
You have just a massive following. I just see parents in Trojan Guard coats everywhere. How do they make your job easier?
Well, the boosters provide a real support service. We couldn't do what we do without the chaperones, without the uniformed people, without the food people that came with us to feed the band, and all the other thankless jobs that make it all possible. But we have, I think, one of the finest booster organizations in the United States, if not the finest, and they just support the kids all the way, not only screaming and yelling at a contest, but behind the scenes. The people that really work behind the scenes are the ones that really make it happen.
The community. What's the community of Chesterton? How does the band feel about the community, and how does the community feel about the band?
Well, I'll refer to a sign we have up on the interstate, not our sign, but the town sign, that says that Chesterton is a community of 8,000 people and 3 or 4 stinkers. And most of the people are just super. And we're proud of the community. The community has supported us all the way. We've gone on a lot of trips to the inaugural, to the Orange Bowl and so forth, and the community and most of all the merchants and professional people have given us a great deal of support, for which we'll always be grateful.
You mentioned your extensive traveling and trips, and of course anywhere you go in the country and you start getting on the subject of marching band, and Al Castronova and Chesterton High School, their name is just synonymous with excellence throughout the country. Before the band was coming out and the Ben Davis people were ready to go on, and I said, now we have to clear the doors. I said, we want to get some shots of the Chesterton people, and they were very accommodating. I said, I bet you don't like to hear that, do you? I said, we're taking pictures of Chesterton and not Ben Davis. Their remarks were real positive. And they said they really like the Chesterton Band, and they have a lot of respect for the kids. We like them. How does that make you feel with your kids when they share that camaraderie with other bands, their competitors?
Well, I think that's being mature about the entire activity. Anybody can hate. It takes a mature Christian human being to appreciate other people, and that's what's so great about this activity. And we're certainly going to try to beat them, and they're certainly going to try to beat us, all the rest of the groups. We're all competing, but that doesn't mean we can't smile and say hello,
You're an educator. You deal with kids day to day to day to day. How do you fit competition into the educational process?
We compete against ourselves. We have a standard. Since the advent of videotape, it's been very easy, because you just throw the videotape up and compare one week against the next. You don't need judges for that.
If you want your kids to come away from this contest with one thing, what would it be?
Brotherhood.
Thanks, Al.
You're welcome.
Hello, you
you are?
Mary Keyclack. I'm the drum major for Chesterton.
Okay, we've talked before. I know that you've been drum major for a couple years now, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you a senior now?
Yes, I am, finally.
So this is your last year?
Yep, this is my second to last contest.
You got one more after this?
Yeah, we're going down to St. Petersburg for the Festival of States.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, I know this is a big contest, right?
Yeah.
You're defending champion. How's that feel?
Scary. We have a lot of people looking at us, you know. The judging's always a little harder, you know, because we won it last year, and they're going to be being a little more particular about what we're doing out on the field. So we really have to just, you know, we just have to be flawless out there.
Extra special good today, huh?
We have to be, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't think you have a lot to worry about. It looks like the band's been really great all year.
Oh, we have been great. There are a lot of good bands here today, and we were in watching some of the prelims, and our director's down here scouting out yesterday. There's a lot of good bands here, and all we can say is that we're just, you know, going to try to do our best. That's all we can do.
Tell me what goes on in your mind when you're directing. What are you thinking about? What's going on in front of all those people?
I'm not really worrying about what the people are thinking. They're watching the band. My one concern is to keep the band together. And all I do, especially in a stadium like this with all the echoes, I just keep the metronome running in my head. That's all I think about, just keeping that tempo steady. And I found a lot of what the band does out on the field has to do with how I communicate to them. I've got to tell them when I want them to play loud, and I have to tell them when to be soft and beautiful. And I think a lot of it, they watch my facial expressions and, you know, the way I look at them. But a lot of it just has to do with communicating with the band while I'm out there.
Yeah, right. I watched you, and I've seen you really get into it. So it's like
my job.
You tune everything else out, and you just
I have to
get into that. Right?
I have to.
Yeah. Well, I want to wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you.
Tell me what it'll be like if you don't pull this one off and get first place.
I think we have enough class to understand that there just happened to be a band that was better than us this year, and just come back next year and play hard again. There's nothing we can do about it.
Competition is the Trojan Guard of Chesterton High School, Chesterton, Indiana. The defending Grand National Champion show will include the following musical selections: Scheherazade, Night and Day, and Finale from the Firebird Ballet. Are the judges ready?
We're halfway through tonight's finals competition. 6 fine bands have performed. Your band, Chesterton's, ready to come on. How do you feel?
Nervous. I'm so nervous. We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
How are the kids? Are they excited? Are they nervous? Are they confident? Coming in as defending champions of last year's Marching Bands of America Grand Championship. I know they want to take home a second. Have you been around them?
A little bit. They were relaxing. They were trying to relax. They'll be all right. They're nervous, but they'll be all right.
Best of luck to them tonight.
Thank you.
Well, is the Trojan Guard ready to go?
I certainly hope so. We missed their day term performance, so we heard they were pretty good, but they're ready.
They were super. And we've been through 6 super bands tonight, and Chesterton starting off the second half. Who are you worrying about?
Every band I see gets better. I would never be a judge. I see the first band, I think, wow, that's great. Second band, ooh, that's great.
Mary Kicklack and Kelly Anderson, is your band ready? Chesterton High School Trojan Guard, you may enter the field in finals competition. From Chesterton, Indiana, the defending national champions, the Trojan Guard. Director of bands is Al Castronovo, with assistant directors Jim Yarnell, Tom Kennedy, and Bill Theis.
Al Castronova, band director at Chesterton High School. Al, how did it go?
I thought it went super. I was pleased.
The audience reaction was just tremendous, and your parents who are here up screaming. What do you think? You've been after 6 fine bands. You're going to repeat your feat as winning the Grand Nationals twice in a row.
Well, I don't know. No one's ever done it before, and it's up to the judges, but I was real pleased with the kids. I don't think they could have given any more than they gave tonight.
I know you're anxious to get with your kids, Al. Thanks a million. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Michigan, the Raider Band of Flushing Senior High School. This outstanding group boasts of 7 consecutive championships of the Western Michigan University's Cavalcade of Bands. Paul Meinert is director of bands, and show coordinator is Mark Petty, with music director Mark Thompson. Pennsylvania, the Knights of Norwin High School. Ladies and gentlemen, your 1982 Grand National Finalist Bands. National finalist bands. Bands parade rest. The 1982 MBA Grand National Best Marching Trophy has been won by Chesterton High School.
Hi there, who are you?
Ronald Wiseman.
And what do you do?
I drive the equipment trailer for Trojan Guard.
You could summarize the most outstanding thing about this band organization in one point. You know, think about it for a second. What do you think it might be? What are they known for?
Class. Togetherness. It's just one big, happy organization.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now announce the final scores and present trophies for the 1982 Marching Bands of America Grand National Champion. Let me remind you that the band receiving the highest score in its division will be the division winner, while the highest scoring band in overall finals competition, whether A, Double A, or Open Division, will be crowned the 1982 Marching Bands of America Grand National Champion. In fifth place, with a penalty total of 0 and a final score of 83.45, the A Division winner, Danville High School. In fourth place, with a penalty total of 0 and a final score of 84.15, the Flushing High School Band. In third place, with a penalty total of 0 and a final score of 86.65, the Ben Davis High School Band. In second place, with a penalty total of 0 and a final score of 87.3.
Tell me what it'll be like if you don't pull this one off and get first place.
I think we have enough class to understand that there just happened to be a band that was better than us this year, and just come back next year and play hard again.
In second place, with a penalty total of 0 and a final score of 87.3, the Double A Division winner, Chesterton High School. In first place, with a penalty total of 0 and a final score of 90.5, The Open Division winner, it's my pleasure to introduce the 1982 NBA Grand National Champion, the Norwin High School Band. Okay, let's hear it for Errol Band. We would like to take this opportunity to allow all of the band members to acknowledge each other as well as their new champion. We are going to adhere to NBA's way of exiting off the field and have everyone break ranks so that they can meet and congratulate their fellow winners. Here, ladies and gentlemen, are all your winners. Break ranks. This concludes the 1982 NBA Grand National Championship. We thank you for being such a great audience and look forward to seeing all of you at the next NBA event in your area. Please drive safely and have a good night.
If you want your kids to come away from this contest with one thing, what would it be?
Brotherhood.
Thanks, Al.
Put the time and the effort in that they put in, and if you don't love it, you don't do it.
Be totally aware of what you're doing. Okay? You get one chance.
What do you think?
Well, I think that we have a pretty good chance of winning, and I hope we do a good job.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
Now, you were the champions 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Is your intention to go back and then win it back today?
Yeah.
Let's go out there to win. That's all there is to it.
All right. Hi, it's Al Castronova here, the director of the Chesterton Band, and you're doing your final rehearsal outside before going in and entering the field for national competition, which you are hoping to regain, I imagine.
Well, we're going to try our best.
Okay, how's the band looking to you right now?
Right now, very cold. But so far, we've had a very good season, and I've got confidence in the kids' ability to do a good job.
Hey, we were talking to some of the other parents. They say they've been rehearsing quite a bit the past few days. Is that so?
Yes. Unfortunately, we've had colder weather than this at home, so it's been trying at best because of the weather conditions, but you do what you have to do.
You haven't got in all the rehearsal time you have liked to have gotten there.
Right. Right. Okay. Of course, we band directors never get the rehearsal time we'd like to get. But
isn't that the truth? So, Norwin's in there performing right now.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen them.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing them this evening.
I think it's going to be a great contest. Looks like we just have a super bunch of bands this year.
For sure.
we're feeling like we're going to go out there and get them.
No doubt about it.
Okay.
It's #1 band.
Okay. And what do you gentlemen do with the band?
I'm a parent and one of the chaperones.
I'm their driver.
You're the driver. Okay, so you've been with these kids a lot through the past few weeks, watching the rehearsal. How much rehearsal time have they been putting in?
Well, they've been practicing regularly every Tuesday night from 6:30 until 9 o'clock, and Thursday's the same.
And you just see them, you pick them up and you drive them here? What kind of kids are they have on the bus?
I love them. I love doing this. I had 2 children that were involved in another band from another school, but I just soon do this all the time. I enjoy working with the kids. They're a good group of kids. They obey me as well as they do anyone in the chaperones. You know, you ask them anything, they'll do whatever you tell them. No problems. They're a good bunch of kids.
Be totally aware of what you're doing. Okay? You get one chance. Don't count on making, with the number of bands that are here, the good bands that are here, don't count on making finals. You've got to earn the right to finals. You're capable of doing it. I know you can do the job because you did it last Saturday. I know you can do an exciting performance. It's out of my hands now. The staff can do no more, okay? We've done all we can. Now it's up to each individual. So, let's do it. I'm going to be up. I'm going to go up today so that I can see things happen. I'll be up on the 50-yard line. Good luck. Let's go. The horns, warm. Go.
Anderson.
From what school?
Chesterton High School.
And you are what responsibility with the band?
I'm the head drum major. I direct the band and keep charge mainly for the students, not for the staff.
Okay, and you're about to go on in 10 or 15 minutes. How are y'all feeling right now?
We're all cold right now. We're trying to get our horns warm. We're trying to do as well we can in prelims for finals going in. We want to make sure that we make finals first of all, and that we give a good impression on the judges.
Were you here at all yesterday to see any of the other bands, or have you watched any this morning?
We came in this morning and watched about 5 or 6 bands this morning. Staff came down yesterday and watched prelims, but we came down yesterday. It took us 12 hours.
And I know you've seen during the season a lot of the other bands who are here, so tell me a little bit about your fellow bandsmen in the other bands and the quality of their programs.
This year is more difficult than any other year. All the bands are in top shape from all over the United States. I would say that they're better this year than any other year.
Does that help you do better, or does it frighten you?
The competition, we like competition, but it does make things a little harder on all of us, knowing that we're going to have to do 110% better than 100%.
Tell me, who is this here?
This is Carmina Camel. It's our auxiliary mascot.
It's the auxiliary mascot? What does he do?
He helps him perform better, I guess.
Where does he go during the show?
By the podium.
Oh, standing right next to the podium? Do you know how they named him?
From our song, Carmina Burana.
Oh, so he's Carmina. Oh, great. What is your name? Is Billy what?
Billy Kennedy.
And you're 5 years old, right? Do you know where you are right now?
Yes.
Where?
Tennessee.
What are we at? What contest is this?
A band.
Yeah? And what band is it? How is the Chesterton band going to do today?
It's going to do well.
They are?
Yeah.
Do you cheer when they play?
Yeah.
Do you have a brother or a father or somebody who works with the band?
Well, my father does.
What does he do?
Yeah, he directs sometimes and...
He directs them?
Yeah.
What does he do? Show me what he does.
Well, you want to know how he directs?
Okay. Show me how? Oh, yeah, that's how he directs, huh? And what do the kids do when he does that?
Well, they play music.
That's what they're here for, huh? And then what does the audience do?
Well, they cheer at them.
Why do you think they cheer?
Well, because they like our band.
You must have a son or a daughter in the band.
I have twin daughters.
Let's see. Twins. How?
One plays a cornet. One plays a cornet, and the other one plays a flute.
Are they both, what year in band are they?
Freshman.
Is this the first year you've been in booster with Chesterton?
Yes, this is my first year.
Been looking forward to it for a few years?
Yes, yes.
I think ever since about the 6th grade when they started in the middle school, and then they've just come on and they love it. I got to say one thing, though. All these kids are great. No matter who they are out here, they're just all beautiful. All beautiful, yeah.
They are terrific, all these kids. I've been crying through the whole show.
Not just your favorite band.
Not just my favorite band. All of them are great.
Well, what do you think that the kids gain from their participation in the contest here?
Oh, I think there's a certain amount of maturity they gain out of it, and they get the camaraderie of working together and getting things together as a group, and seeing interaction between other groups. They can really be proud of themselves.
Have you seen any change in your daughters in just since the season started this year?
A lot of maturity. They have learned to accept defeat. They have learned to accept gracefully when they win. And I think this is important because this is the way life is. You have to accept whatever is going your way.
Have you observed in other bands as well that participating as a booster with the students in the band program, that it's strengthened the family?
Oh, yes. I think so, yes. Definitely.
I know that Chesterton always consistently does well at MBA. They just, every year you can count on them doing a good, clean show. What do you credit that to?
I think they have a fantastic staff. They know what they're doing. They're dedicated. For I'd say every hour these kids put in, that staff probably puts in 5 or 6, and they're just a great bunch of people, and they love what they're doing. They love the kids.
If the parents who come to this contest could walk home learning anything, what would you think it would be?
I think they learn to have a better understanding and pride in their own kids, because your kids are a reflection of you.
Chesterton, Indiana, is the Chesterton High School Trojan Guard. Chesterton's show will include the following musical selections. Selections from Carmina Burana, My Heart Belongs to Daddy, and finale from the Firebird Suite. Are the judges ready? Drum majors Kelly Anderson and Laura Blight. Is your band ready? Chesterton High School Marching Band remains the field in finals competition. Championships. Bands of America, Great Bands of the Orange Bowl, Festival of States, and the National Cherry Festival. From Chesterton, Indiana, the Chesterton High School Trojan Guard.
When you all come down to the bottom line, you really make a lot of difference of the outcome?
Only if the kids feel they've done their best. If they've done their best, the outcome to me makes little difference. If you can treat victory and defeat, those imposters of victory and defeat, the same way, yours is the world and all that's in it.
The Chesterton High School Marching Band. Joining us from Chesterton, Indiana, is the Chesterton High School Trojan Guard. Chesterton's show will include the following musical selections: The Planets, Fire Watchers, and Elsa's Procession into the Cathedral. Are the judges ready? Drum majors, Laura Blythe and Ron Jubla. Is your band ready? Chesterton Trojan Guard, you may enter the field in finals competition.
We love you, guard! Go down!
The Chesterton High School Band is under the direction of Al Castronovo with assistance from Steve Scully, Tom Kennedy, and Arian Blackburn. The Chesterton Trojan Guard is a true MBA veteran. They were Summer National Class AA champions in 1980 through 82 and were MBA's Grand National champions in 1981. The Trojan Guard has been Indiana state champs for 4 years from 1978 through 81. The Chesterton Band is the only band to win 4 national championships: MBA, Orange Bowl, Festival of States, and the National Cherry Festival. From Chesterton, Indiana, the Chesterton High School Trojan Guard.
It's the sound of heavy metal, but not the heavy metal sound. It's a choir of brass, of tubas and euphoniums, and each year at this time, they gather in Chicago for a special tribute to the season. The musicians ages 11 to 66 are attending the Midwest Band and Orchestra Clinic at the Hyatt Regency. At noon today, they played Christmas music in front of the hotel. The Tuba Christmas Concert, as it is called, was begun by Indiana University professor Harvey Phillips.
We have over 100 cities throughout the United States and Canada this year celebrating Tuba Christmas events. And we were inspired to start Tuba Christmas concerts for the fact that my teacher, the late great William Bell, was born on Christmas Day, 1902. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Concert, just their way of saying, Merry Christmas, Tuba you.
And Merry Christmas to you. Well, after a break, Johnny.
Joining us now from Chesterton, Indiana, the Chesterton High School Marching Band. Chesterton's show will include the following musical selections: Overture to a New Era, Rossini Can Can, Rosetta, and Jupiter from the Planets. Are the judges ready? Drum majors, Ron Jublock and Courtenay Barnes. Is your band ready? Chesterton Trojan Guard may enter the field for preliminary competition. Throw your clap, Guard, do it! Fight, fight, fight! Chesterton Trojan Guard. The Chesterton High School Band is directed by Arlen Blackburn. The Chesterton Trojan Guard is no stranger to MBA. They were Summer National Class AA champions in 1981, 1982, and were MBA's Grand National Champion in 1981. The Guard has won over 100 championships throughout the Midwest, including being the 1985 Field and Parade champions and 8 national titles over the past 10 years. The Trojan Guard has also performed in the inaugural parade of President Ronald Reagan. From Chesterton, Indiana, the Chesterton High School Marching Band.
This year was originated by Indiana University tuba professor Harvey Phillips to highlight the performance capabilities of that instrument, which are considerable. 130 tubas wishing everyone within earshot a Merry Christmas is a holiday greeting that may continue resonating far beyond the 25th of December. The lobby of the newly renovated Conrad Hilton seemed quite suitable as the stage for the mini concert performed by musicians attending a band and orchestra clinic at the hotel.
What kind of feeling do you get playing with so many other instruments like yours?
It's sort of strange that there's so many of them. Just in some of these things, I can't believe they're even that big. It's weird.
It's an important instrument, much more important than I think people realize. It's like an executive would say, it's the bottom line.
I can think of no situation that gives one a greater sense of power than to have all that brass respond to my downbeat as a guest conductor.
Universal Brotherhood Association, musicians who play all of the various forms of the tuba, from the relatively tiny euphonium to the massive, hard-to-maneuver sousaphone. 130 of them gathered at the Chicago Hilton and Towers to once again present a Tuba Christmas. The tuba is an instrument that sometimes evokes a chuckle. Even though many tubists came to their instrument by chance, there is a strong affection for it.
It's an instrument that you can just cuddle up to and make it a part of yourself, I think. More than a lot of them.
There aren't that many women playing these things. You think of a big, beefy guy playing the tuba. How come you play tubas?
Band needed one.
Band needed one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That was the only instrument available?
Basically.
To be honest with you, I'm a percussionist, and we needed the tuba, so I play tuba.
Here are two pros, Brian Bowman, first euphonium of the U.S. Air Force Band, and Marty Erickson, solo tuba with the U.S. Navy Band.
And that's the backbone of the band, you say, huh?
Of course. Tuba is, the euphonium takes the part of the cello.
On the Hilton's grand staircase, the assembled tubists did what everyone was anxiously waiting for them to do. They played Christmas carols. The tubists gather here every year as part of a Midwest Band and Orchestra convention. This annual performance, held indoors because of the cold weather this year, is a highlight of the gathering.
The sound surrounds you, then it grabs you. The sound of more than 100 tubas echoing through a hotel lobby. It is the 11th Merry Tuba Christmas Chicago under the loving direction of Indiana University professor Harvey Phillips. Oh, just for the fun of it. Why this instead of a flute or piccolo or something like that?
Well, because it's unique. You know, there's 10,000 trumpets and stuff, but you're unique when you play tuba.
It doesn't ever get too heavy, I guess, huh?
No, it's worth it.
I started when I was really young, and it's just a challenge to show everyone else that I could really do this.
Plus, it gives you an incredible voice.
Yeah.
But if you think the tuba is an instrument only to be used to play the bass notes, and slowly at that, think again.
The notes were low, but spirits were high. And in the grand entrance of the Chicago Hilton and Towers, it was Oompa Orchestra time. Not one trumpet, not one trombone, not one sax or violin. Just tubas, over 200 of them. It's the 13th annual Tuba Christmas, and it's all because of this man, Indiana University music professor Harvey Phillips. He says this is all part of his lifelong effort to change the image of the big old oom-pa-pa.
We must dispel our prejudice and then take into account the fact that the tuba is one of the two solo instruments in the symphony orchestra. It's a grand instrument.
When the first Tuba Christmas was held 13 seasons ago, hardly anyone listened. Now it's a tradition. And Harvey Phillips, this tuba of a man, has made some progress.
We would really challenge any other instrument to gather together 200 of their number, from beginning players through professional players and amateur enthusiasts, do a 1-hour rehearsal and present a concert like we did today, and sound as grand.
The tubas played and the people sang fa-la-la-la-la.
Merry Tuba Christmas!
Frank Matthew, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
And can you imagine?
Today's concert was sponsored by the Harvey Phillips Foundation of Bloomington, Indiana, along with the Midwest Band and Orchestra Clinic. And it demonstrates that we sell tubas short. They really are beautiful instruments.
Of course.
The man who will not bring you...
Off the marching field, out from behind the orchestra, and minus its trademark oompa, the tuba took center stage today in the lobby of the Hilton Hotel. The sounds of so many tubas at once, 185 in all, has been compared to the thunder of a giant pipe organ. Yet belting out a string of Christmas favorites, this ad hoc ensemble produced a sound as warm as a chorus of human voices.
And what you hear with the Tuba Christmas program, essentially, is a choir of tenor and bass voices.
Harvey Phillips has been organizing these Tuba Christmas
They come in all shapes, ages, and sizes, the people and the instruments. They combine to give the happy holidays an oompa spirit. Tuba or not tuba? That is the question. The answer is yes. Tubas, hundreds of them, and it is time once again for Merry Tuba Christmas. Tubists from all over the Chicago area, and they're here at the Chicago Hilton and Towers lobby for the 13th annual Tuba Christmas concert. Once again, they are led by Harvey Phillips, a man who feels the tuba is a very special instrument.
Tuba is a great solo instrument. In fact, people are embarrassed sometimes to learn that the tuba has a range of over half the piano keyboard. It has the widest range of any wind instrument.
The tubas, as you can see, come in many different sizes and musical ranges. And Harvey Phillips says the day has come for the tuba to be more than just a back row bass.
You only have to turn the orchestra around once and you have the tuba in the front.
So from Harvey Phillips and all his friends and all those tubas, Oompa holidays. Frank Matthey, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
And what better time for the tuba to take its rightful place among musical instruments than Christmas?
Sounds beautiful.
Doesn't it? Beautiful sound. Well, that's our news at 5.